Well, after a short suss and the attention focused on RTÉ and the future funding of public service broadcasting, the issue is back before the Oireachtas Committee on Media today, when trade unions representing staff at the broadcaster make their case to the Committee on Reform and Finance. Seamus Dooley is the Irish Secretary of the National Union of Journalists, and the union will be among those appearing before the Oireachtas Committee. Thanks for coming into us, Seamus, this morning. What's your message to the Oireachtas Committee today?
Well, my message, and more importantly the message of RTÉ staff, is that the time for talking is over. We want action. We've had enough talk now. We're still waiting for the government to act on the licence fee. We really need that. The government appointed expert groups. That report is due out in February. We're still waiting for those. Funding is dependent on that. Meanwhile, this place is operating in a state of suspended animation. Staff are angry and frustrated, and really at this stage we need to move on as quickly as we can.
And talking about moving on, the two reports that you reference, one is on corporate governance and one is on HR issues. They are due. My understanding is that the HR report has been with the department for a few weeks now. The corporate governance report is awaited. The minister has decided that both reports should be published together. I would like to see the HR report published separately and as soon as possible, because that means we can start some of the work around reform in that area, and that is badly needed. And there are a number of areas of work that need to be done that could be done. And is everything dependent on a decision on funding?
Well, my own view is the government needs to decide on funding. These reports, when they are published, are going to be the subject of debate and consideration. I believe that at this stage, if RTÉ is to survive, the long overdue decision on funding needs to be taken. And I really worry, if it doesn't come soon, that people will lose their bottle in the run-up to the election.
Well, the view from government, from Catherine Martin, from Eamon Ryan, from the Taoiseach, is that there will be a decision before the summer recess. What that decision will be, of course, is still open. Does the NUJ and do the other unions have a preference in terms of the funding model you'd like to see put in place?
I can speak for the NUJ and I say we don't have a specific preference, but we do believe it should be direct state funding. The licence fee is broken, and interesting, in her last report to the department, Dee Forbes warned the government that the licence fee system was broken. We have said that again. We just now need to move on with it.
So just to be clear, direct exchequer funding, that's the union preference?
That is our preference at this stage.
All right. Seamus Dooley, Irish Secretary of the National Union of Journalists, thank you for coming into us this morning.